out here for a wife. Hey y'all, I'm here. It's kind of cold, but I don't feel like changing the thermostat. But it's just weird because I feel like I'd be cold when I'd be warm in our bedroom. But I think that just may be like the comforter that we got from IKEA. It's really good for the winter. And that's not the one we've been using all year round. But the one that we used it to literally wrap our TV. TV's like right here. So we had to pull out the old one, and I stopped using that one for us because it was like, it's very heavy, it's very warm, and Corey sweats very, very easily. So anyway, whatever. Yeah, it's a little chilly in here. I feel like my body temperature changed too since the pregnancy. Like during pregnancy I was hot, not like super super hot all the time, but I used to be like not having the thermostat on 73 degrees. It was more so on 75, and it's changed. But anyway, I'm currently editing the first video that will go on my personal channel. We posted the the other video, the main video detailing everything, on our couples channel. So this is the vlog that I'm editing, that will go on my personal channel. I've done a horrible job with like being consistent, and I'm trying to change that. I've been trying to change that. I'm tired of talking about it. I just want to do it. But so I'm currently editing that vlog, and it's kind of weird that I'm vlogging, but I'm editing. But anyway, let's talk about how I felt posting the thing. I'm glad that we took the time for ourselves to, process everything, and we didn't just post right away. But then I'm also like nervous because my prayer was that people finding out and being sad and mourning the news, my prayer was that it wouldn't like regress my grief process or Corey's grief process, if that makes sense. I feel like we kind of made progress in the sense of like stages. I hope y'all understand what I'm trying to say, but it's not as raw, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I just didn't want to feel like triggered a little bit by it being raw to everybody else, because it's the first time everybody else is finding out. But the Lord is faithful, and He's answered my prayer. Yesterday I was like fine and at peace, to the point where people were calling me because obviously they heard about the news, and I wasn't putting two and two together. I'm just like, why everybody calling me crying? And I'm the one consoling them, and I know they were looking at me like I'm crazy, but I think because a lot of people post in real time, a lot of people weren't aware that it didn't just happen for us. So I had to just like, tell them like, no, we've had time to process. It's been 3 months now. Like, I'm okay in the sense of like, not breaking down every time I think about it. But I know and I understand why it's so like heartbreaking, because y'all are just finding out. So that was a whole thing. But it's been a lot of great like feedback, like a lot of people just very, very, very consoling and just praying for us and commenting and just like supportive, and that really warms my heart. So that's been a blessing. With me posting, like one of my main things is like, I know how it felt to be pregnant and having to like scroll past really quickly stuff that would have me too much in my mind worried about my pregnancy. So I didn't want that to be that, especially because with my pregnancy being so public, with me sharing content about it and stuff, there's been a lot of new followers, and obviously a lot of them are like pregnant moms. So I was just like, Lord, like I don't want this to be like nerve-wracking for them, but I do want people to be aware of what preeclampsia is and what HELLP syndrome is and what to look out for, because I was like basically ignorant to it, and so was Corey. So it's like, oh, I feel like it's very like a necessary thing, and it's part of the reason why the Lord kept me here. And I think it's like our due diligence to share in efforts to potentially save 2 lives or however many lives. So I said 2 lives because the mother being pregnant with a child, but it could be multiple children that she's pregnant with, so that's why I changed it. But anyway, so literally somebody commented like, this is like one of my worst fears, like I'll be 33 weeks tomorrow. And when I was 33 weeks, that's when everything happened with Sky, and I had to just like comment and tell her like, you know, like I've been in prayer for all of you moms, like pregnant moms like you, and this is not my intention to like scare you, but I'm like, I need you to stay steadfast in your word, like giving all your words to God. Like the Lord hasn't given us a spirit of fear, and just because this is our lot, our story, what he saw fit for us, does not mean that this is what's going to happen with you. So like I'm gonna continue praying for all those who come across my content. But yeah, I'm not gonna stop posting about it because I do think it's important, like I said. So please, even if you're watching this video, if it's too much for your mental health, I don't need you watching this for the sake of you just wanting to know what is what. Please protect your mental health, because it's difficult, it's hard, it's heartbreaking. Like I'm very much aware of that, and I will not be mad at you at muting my content or unfollowing me for a while. Like do what you gotta do, okay? It's going to reach who it's supposed to reach, and it's for who it's for. So it's just heavy. But yeah, all in all, in the grand scheme of things, I've been doing okay. I was editing a different video that's I'm gonna post on TikTok and Instagram, and that one is kind of like it was like a compilation video of like my pregnancy up until like what happened in the hospital. That was like bringing me to tears. I had a little moment earlier. Yeah, that's the part I don't like, but I prepared myself for it, and the Lord prepared me for it, of like those feelings coming back again. But it's a part of grief. So yeah. In other news, what did I do today? I went to Marshall's. Let me tell you about girl math, okay? Because I had a TJ Maxx gift card for the longest time since my birthday, and I didn't use it for a time such as this. But you know, like with TJ Maxx gift cards, you can use it at Home Goods, you can use it at Marshalls, So I was like, ooh, I want to get my eyebrows done. I got my eyebrows done. I feel like she's not like my girl in New York. That's what be pissing me off, but whatever. I have to find a different girl, and I haven't found a different girl. And I was just like, I just want to feel cute a little bit, you know? Like when you don't have your eyebrows done, it's like the same. You don't have your, first of all, for a woman, it's like if you don't have your eyebrows done, you don't have your hair done, you don't have your nails done, you don't have all the things done, you just don't feel cute. And for men, it's only like, oh, if I don't got my hair cut. Like, why is it so much for us? Anyway, so I was like, let me just get my eyebrows done. I was gonna get my toes done today too, but I was like, I don't like how they cut toenails. I never liked how they cut toenails. Sometimes they'd be off, and it's like, if I say square, don't try to round it out. So I cut my own toenails, and I forgot to do it. So I was like, I was gonna just go get like a nail clipper and do it myself, like in the car, and what about it? But I just bought one, so I'm like, I'm not gonna buy another one. I was like, I'll just do it tomorrow. So I didn't get my toes done today. I'll probably do it tomorrow. I just got my eyebrows done, then I went to Marshall's. So back to Marshall's. I got these stands, right? I got these stands that I want to put like shoes and or hats and like a couple of hoodies on, because we're going to make the room that was supposed to be Sky's room into like a content slash like office slash probably the place where we'll be filming our podcast. So I want it to be like swaggy, cute, a mixture of like just like a vibe. And I like on my mood board there was these like little stands that this guy had, and I was like, oh, I found them in Marshall's. And because I had the gift card, I thought the gift card only had $50 on them. It was 2 separate stands I was buying, but you can like stack them. One of them was like 45, the other one was like 30, something like that. But anyway, I thought I was gonna have to come out of pocket. You feel me? Because it was only $50 on that gift card in my mind. But the Lord said, not today, sister. Not today, my daughter. Today you're not gonna spend nothing in Marshall's, okay? Because it's $100 on this gift card. So I got a cute little balance left on that gift card. So girl math, I didn't spend no money today. Well, no, kinda. Because in my head, spending money is like spending money that's in my bank account. And I had cash for getting my eyebrows done. So I technically feel like I didn't spend any money today. Like I got everything done for free. Does that make sense? Are y'all like this too? I don't know. It makes sense to me. So yeah. And I also just want to tackle this. The goal, this has been the goal since we moved in. But the goal for real is to really start getting these boxes out of here. Now that the stairs are done. Did I show y'all the stairs? This is how they look. We still have to get the railing. But the stairs are done now. We have to get the railing. Here come my husband. We have to get the railing, and the washer and dryer was delivered yesterday. But the dryer's not hooked up because the guy, don't even start. He didn't start up the gas, right? Hey, come say hi to the vlog. The vlog.
That lasagna though?
No, I thought it was preheating in the oven, but it actually wasn't. So we're behind a little bit. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi.
What's going on, y'all?
What's going on, y'all? You finished your call?
I'm on another one.
Yeah, don't y'all usually start at 7:45?
Yeah, but I wanted to eat.
I'm sorry. It'll be done in a little bit. I just took the top off so the cheese came out more. Appreciate it. But yeah. So, we still gotta go to Home Depot to get that gas thingy.
I want to do that quarter round first.
That's in a separate room.
Yeah, but I want to seal that background too.
Oh, okay. Period. Let me tell y'all what I'm learning. So, what I've had difficulty with, I've learned as a wife, and what I'm learning as a wife is how to like be submissive and not try to keep my hands in everything and to try to like control everything. I am learning how to take a step back and let my hand learning how to take a step back and let my husband handle stuff. Like I don't gotta be in everything. And that's very hard because let me tell you something. When you're a New Yorker, when you're a woman from New York, it's just embedded in you. I don't know how to explain it. If you're from New York and you're watching this, comment and let them know because it's not only me. So it's like it's embedded in you. Then you just growing up as a hyper independent woman, and you seeing your mom be hyper independent and all your friends hyper independent, and then your dad also is instilling that for you because he don't want no man coming to take advantage of you. Like having to unlearn that has been a thing, okay? Ever since I moved down here, like the Lord has just been stripping me and causing me to be more vulnerable in that way, and like learning how to ask for help Cause like I wouldn't even let Corey touch the door, right? I wouldn't even let him take my trash out. And now, I'm gonna take it out. I'm not touching anything. But that was a process, and it still is a process. So when it comes to like letting a man be a man and handle man things, it's like I'm learning that in a different phase now, in a different way. So, like, let me tell y'all about, I don't know if I've mentioned this, but like everything happening with we had like a little leak in our basement already, because basically the AC, where the AC was draining out of, there was like, it wasn't fastened, the pipe wasn't fastened all the way. So there was like a little leak. That was all the Lord, and how just him being intentional, because I told y'all we had to get our stairs widened. And because our stairs were widened, our friend came over, her husband came to fix the wires. If it wasn't for her husband fixing the wires that was in the ledge that we tore down from the stairs, she wouldn't have just had to come over. She wouldn't have randomly sat down and her butt wouldn't have got wet, and then we wouldn't never known about the leak, because we're not walking downstairs without shoes on just to see if there's a leak going on. So that was just the Lord helping us fix that before there was any major problems, because our stairs weren't done, which means we couldn't get the washer and the dryer. So all that's fixed now. We got all that done. But like with the leak stuff, I ain't gonna hold y'all, I was just like, the Lord, like the Holy Spirit really had to tell me to just like take my hands off of it and let Corey handle it. And I didn't want to. I'm gonna tell you right now, because that's literally what women do. Unfortunately, Eve, I'm gonna see her when I see her. Because of her, that's just in our nature to want to like try to be in control. We have a husband for a reason. It's the food. Let's see what it's hitting for. But yeah, that's just in our nature, and it's just like, what are you doing? Sit down. So basically, let me tell you how I know it was the Lord. I know it was the Lord that didn't want me to like be involved in that situation, because the guy was supposed to come during the week. I would have been here. Twice he flaked on us, right? We wanted the guy who was a part of the construction of the house. Twice he flaked on us, right? He wasn't available to come until that Saturday. That Saturday, I had to go to Sight and Sound with my homies from church, with the ladies from church. When I tell y'all, we didn't know what time he was coming on Saturday, so I was hoping I was going to be here when he came, so I could be in the know, and I could just be nosing, I could be in the biz. Get in the car on my way to Sight and Sound. Why this man pull up? I see him on the camera like 20 minutes after I leave. I'm like, it took everything in me not to FaceTime Corey just so I could. We had like a good hour ride to Sight and Sound. I could have been in the know. I could have been seeing everything that was being done downstairs. But I know the Lord was just like, no, don't you dare call. Let him update you when everything's done. And I just had to be obedient. Listen to the Holy Spirit. It's hard. It's hard out here for a wife. But it's real. That's real. Look at that Lagazanini. Dumb. Good. Looks good. Oh, they have a frozen baked preference thing on here. I'm learning stuff about my stove. Okay. Where's the light? I want to show y'all this. Okay, oven light. Let's not burn yourself. Look at my lasagna. Look at it. That's a beauty. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? My husband started his call. And the food ready. That looked good. So I made lasagna for our last communion at church, and I had an extra pan, so I just panned it. I think I told y'all this though, but I just panned it but didn't bake it. Turn the stove off. I'm gonna turn the stove off. Everything off? Alright. Yeah, I didn't bake it. I just put it in the freezer. Quick dinner for the night. Quick dinner for the night. But yeah. It looks delish. It looks delish. Delish. I ain't in that. I'm a chef. I can cook for my man, my husband. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I didn't know what else to make, honestly. But I just can't wait. I can't wait for I can't wait for our house to be presentable, I guess. For us to be able to have a, what's it called? Housewarming? Yeah, I was about to say house shower. What? Housewarming. And really host. The goal is to be able to host, to have people over in time for the first Eagles game. Because go Birds. Oh, everything else I'm so Brooklyn, but they just drew me in. I love the Eagles. I'm sorry. But let's get this lasagne popping. Lasagne. Period. Though. Oh, this stuff is just in the way. Can you see me? Okay, you can see me. Oh, it's bubbling. Hold on. Y'all need to see this. This is good content. It's bubbling. Y'all hear that? Bubbling in my soul. It's bubbling. Oh yeah, babe. Oh yeah. Alright. I need to get some more plastic plates, because it's been great not having to buy any y'all know what I'm trying to say. I can't multitask, obviously. Oh yeah. Look at that beauty. Oh yeah. Perfect. Look at the lasagne. I'm gonna just get Corey this whole thing, because I don't got time. I know he gonna want it all. I really don't want our bedroom smelling like lasagna though. That's a lot of lasagna. He's gonna eat it though, I know.